Welcome everyone, my name is Creva. This is some Europa Universalis 4, and this is Mare Nostrum. We are indeed on version 1.16.1, which is the current release of Mare Nostrum. And we're gonna play a new game, but first I'm quickly gonna show you the main differences in provinces that are current on the map. So we will be playing as England, and we start off with the abysmal Henry VI with his 000 stats. Now, when we zoom in, there are a few new provinces here. We have Cornwall and Somerset instead of just Cornwall. And we have Hampshire instead of Wessex over here. It's basically redistributed everything. London doesn't look as weirdly tiny and completely square anymore. Ireland is now 9 provinces big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We already own Pale, which is basically Meath, and Dublin. There is a slight change to Scotland. I see that the Highlands have been split into 2 provinces instead of 1, so now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 provinces instead of the previous 6, if I'm not completely mistaken. France also has had a change, is that Poitou got split up in... they've got a couple more provinces here, a different layout as well, little less, well, square areas. Then there's another big change, and that's this one over here. There's a straight crossing between Grenada and, well, I think, yeah, this is Gibraltar, Gibraltarique. I think it's in this province in Gibraltar, going to Ceuta over here. That's a huge change. They actually wanted to add a straight crossing here as well, but Paradox has said they couldn't get the AI quite right, so they decided to remove it for the time being. It'll be there in the future. Hungary has had some changes to its provinces as well. Lithuania too, as far as I'm aware. They actually got their development nerfed, so Lithuania should be less powerful. This still looks quite the same as it used to be. There are multiple map changes. I believe Muscovy has some slight changes. Seems to be the slight, really slight. Novgorod got some more provinces, that's for sure. This used to be 1 Arkhangelsk, now it's a couple more. Yeah, so there's definitely some changes over there as well. Here's another big one. We have Central Africa joining the fray with Cuba and Luba, which basically this evolved into a stream meme thing on the Paradox stream. Oh yeah, they have the fetishist religion. Shamanism got removed instead of shamanism. We now have fetishist. Shamanism was really, really small, only affected like people here and here. So it was just not that interesting anymore. Now we have totemist, animist, and fetishist as pagan religions. If we go back to the political map mode, yeah, there are a lot more provinces here. There's a lot more to do in Central Africa. Lake Victoria actually has some countries neighboring it. It's looking quite cool and fine. And oh, Madagascar has a lot more provinces. It used to have 3 provinces. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. From 3 to 15, that's a 500% increase in provinces. Wow. We will be playing with the regular old world. All my Let's Plays in the Cossacks have been on the random new world that they changed and redid for the Cossacks, if you have Conquest of Paradise, obviously. And now I'm going to play with the standard one because, well, I didn't like that freed nations in the random new world didn't really form any actual nations. So we might get a USA, even though I'm planning to colonize the eastern seaboard of the Americas and get that myself, so that would mean I would lose them, which is not really a thing. There are also a lot of, that's just the map changes, there are also a lot of gameplay changes as well, especially for the Berbers over here. And there are some other things as well, but we're just gonna jump into England. It's been a while since we've played England. I am actually... Lucky nations must be set to historical. Okay. Good thing to know. Lucky nations, we're gonna set it to historical. Use dynamic province name, of course. Monthly. That's actually nice that you can turn that off, actually. Exclave use region names, sure thing. Wastelands will be colored, yes, of course. So if we now press play... Iron Man mode, achievements can be earned this session. This game will count towards your leaderboard score. Rule Britannia. Let's start the Iron Man. It's been a while since since a new patch. Not since I played EU4 because that's been yesterday or 2 days ago. So I've been watching some of the pre-release Mare Nostrum stuff as well. Okay, so we need a debate in Parliament. We have the looming disaster, the War of the Roses. We have the following effects: available mercenaries up, goods produced down. Is that really it? Well, there are a lot of other events popping with that as well. Basically, the progress is huge because we have low stability. We have a ruling dynasty that is not York. We have a ruler who is less than 2 admin, diplo, or military skill. We need to get an heir, or have a regency council, or be in a disaster or the lesser part in a personal union to stop it. I'm not sure I want to stop it because you actually get a pretty damn good leader out of it instead of Henry the bloody bad Lancaster. 000. So I'm not going to get any marriages at the start. I'm just going to hope for the War of the Roses. 2.5 each month means we need 40 months before this happens. Yeah, 40 months. So in the meantime we cannot do a lot. So reclaim Armagnac. Would like to do that. Just not ready to fight France yet before I actually get a different ruler. And the War of the Roses finishes, basically. Papal States. Solidify our papal stuff or improve our prestige. I think for now we're going to go with solidify our papal relations. Now, let's look at France. This game, my previous England Let's Play, I basically said, screw Europe, I'm not doing anything here, even though that I don't even remember if that completely changed or not. But right now I'm like, you know what, if we get a chance to stick in Europe, I'm gonna stick in Europe. Because last time there was the London trade node, which just led to London. Now we still have the English Channel trade node, which basically forces me to compete with the likes of the Netherlands, the Low Countries, Burgundy at the beginning at least, a little bit of France if they take these provinces. So it's better for us to have this entire area simply because of that trade node. Wow, new Irish miners. Let's actually have a look at France diplomatically. Rivals Aragon, Castile, and Burgundy. Burgundy has decided to rival us as well as France, so they will hate us nonetheless. France will of course hate us because we have some of the provinces they want. Austria will not hate us. They have decided to rival France, which allows me to get an alliance with Austria, which is something I really, really, really like. And I would also like to get a royal marriage with them. It's the only marriage I'm gonna get. That's basically because it's happened. I've seen it happen way too often, which is quite hilariously, that Austria's king dies within the first few months. Well, duke actually. Excuse me. Oh. That tickled my throat something. That the Duke, well, the Emperor of the HRE dies within the first few months without an heir. And hey, look, random PU for Hungary or Castile or France or even England. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to marry Austria. I'm going to take the chance on getting that. And also I want to have Austria as an ally to fight France at some point as well. With rivalry, obviously we're going to go with France because it's France. France hated Castile. Does Castile hate us? They do not. Which means I'm gonna ally Castile as well as Austria. Burgundy, Aragon. They view both Aragon and Castile. That's bad for them. But yeah, it would then... Austria has France, Lithuania, and the Ottomans. I could rival Aragon, which would make Castile like me even more. But I think it makes more sense to just rival Burgundy back. And Scotland, because Scotland. Right. So, this is just to secure our alliances, mostly against France, because I'm scared a little bit of France right now. Let's... Ah, yes. New feature. Missions. Also, we have this here. Sailors. We have a maximum sailors of 6,182. Each light ship requires 50 sailors, apparently. If we were to build more of the... Wow, 200 sailors for a carrack. Well, I can actually afford more heavies, so I should actually build 2 more. Actually, I'm going to hold off on that for now, because we might check the estates first before we do something like that. So we have advisor slots. We're only getting 2, 5, and 2. Which is horrendous. I'd like that focus to go to administrative instead, because administrative is a little bit more important in my opinion. Since we have the income, we're going to get all +1 advisors. Better relations over time is really good at the start. Advancement of religion, national unrest, +1. We're already at -5, so I can, because we have the theologian, so I'm going to just put it up. Better relations over time, really good at the beginning, and land force limit is apparently the only one we can currently get. Disputed succession, Austria, Lithuania, wow. Actually, Scotland, yeah, they did rival me, so there's no way we could ever marry them. Scottish noble succeeds to the throne. We're also in a list of disputed succession, by the way. So, but yeah, this is why I want France, or Austria, to marry us. Let's see, what else do we want to do at the start? I want to set up a... Having no debate increases your corruption, which is also a new thing. And this costs us money. Quite a bit, actually. Holy crap. Wow. Maintenance is actually quite high. Anyway, let's select a mission. There are a few new missions. You can hunt enemy fleets, blockade enemy ports, and intercept enemy fleets. But of course, protect trade is very important, and we're going to go to the English channel because that's where we are supposed to be. Let's see. I could mothball the fleet. I think for now I'm actually just going to mothball the transports. Even though that won't make such a big dent in the naval maintenance. Wow, 7 fortresses? Are you kidding me? Holy crap, that's a lot of them. Yeah, I feel like I could turn them down, but then we might get it. They're in quite undefendable positions right now. I'm at least gonna do the one in Meath though, and in London itself. I don't think of course the one in London will always have 1,000 because it's our capital. Okay, that brought us down to 0.67. States, we have quite a few states. That's a new thing as well, the state system. Let's go to the political states and territories. I would like to put you... that's imperial, that's opinion players. You know what? Let's get rid of that one as the main one. Free slot for primary one, yeah. There, states and territories. Capital state of East Anglia. So the green areas are states. You own this province, but you do own provinces in this state. So they will be cheaper to core, I think, or will be full cores once you get them. Which means these areas are all basically sort of what I want to get anyway. Is there any way to see where they are, these states? Where did we check before? Well, we have state maintenance over here, quite a bit. Total development and distance to capital, okay. 15. Number of states, we can have 15 and we have 10. We can have 5 for base value, 5 because we're a kingdom, and another 5 because we have the English monarchy as our government type, which does mean I need to start a debate. We have 4 seats in Congress, in Parliament. Development costs down, advisor costs down, sailor recovery speed, recover navy morale, more taxes, or land maintenance down for the troops. I like the increase in taxes for now. Chance to win is already 25 because 2 of them are just straight up backing. Lose 1 mercantilism, that's never going to happen. What is our navy tradition right now? 4.9, yeah. I'm just going to do this, so 100%. It will basically go through, which is good. What do we want to have? Our last... our last diplomat is going to start on a spy network in Scotland. There we go. Also a new espionage has been completely redone. In our idea groups, we are at one point going to pick up espionage because we want to play around with them a little bit. And the changes they've gotten, 633, so freaking bad. We start off so terrible. Yeah. What is our force limits? 36 force limits. It's actually not that bad, but... Do we need to do anything else before we set off? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, these are fine. They're transferring stuff, of course. Isn't Lubeck straight up connected? Yeah, it is. 6%. 2.66, 19. Yeah, I think it would be a lot less if we pulled from Lubeck. And there's already 2.1 flowing this way anyway. So that's not going to be any use. Oh, we're making money again because we are spending less on something. I don't know what right now. Solidify papal relations. So we do need to send someone to improve relations with the Pope after they're back. And let's at least get started with the time we enter the royal marriage with Austria and a relationship with an alliance. With, how's Lancaster now? Tensions. Oh, Burgundy gains a free claim on them? Really? Okay. Papal State. Improve relations. Castile would want the royal marriage. They do the Tres de Maras. So it's going to be a Lancaster succeeding. That would also be hilarious. I think the problem is that their prestige is decent for the amount of stuff we could gain from them. We are sort of making an income. Scotland is of course being guaranteed by France. Margaret of Anjou. Our ruler suffers from bouts of insanity and he suffered a complete breakdown when his son was born. Margaret of Anjou. Why didn't it pause? I don't know. Margaret of Anjou, his beautiful, passionate, proud and strong-willed wife, is already taken to rule the kingdom in his place. She understands her duty to protect the interests of the crown fervently, a trait probably inherited from her mother and grandmother. Her mother fought to establish her husband's claim to the kingdom of Naples. Yolande of Aragon, Margaret's grandmother, governed Anjou with a man's hand, put the province in order and kept out the English. She is the champion of the crown by virtue of personality and family example. So we could get her as a 3-4-3 ruler. We could get 100 points in everything and get a skill 2 statesman that is cheaper. Currently have diplomat, which I would like to keep. In the end, this 3-4-3, that is how long? If she rules for 6 years, this is more points than this. She will rule us. There we go. Allows us to make Calais the staple port. For 40 admin power, we could get 10 mercantilism. Brabant would hate us, and we get a lot more power, trade power, and taxes in Calais, which is actually pretty damn good. Our mercantilism currently is 25%, so this, well, yes, we're gonna do that. Wow, it's 2 months, and we've just went up to 35 mercantilism. Or a marriage with them. I want to see the dynastic map mode now. Hey, look, the Anjou, a new ruler. Von Habsburg Interregnum still over here in. Wow. Ah, that's the Piast. Yeah, there was an achievement added in the previous expansion. Go back to the Piast instead of back to the past, and was basically formed Poland as Mazovia. Okay, so the War of the Roses is not off. It's now 1.5 each month because our ruler is actually competent. But on the other hand, York nor Lancaster is actually ruling, so they basically still progress. If we now got an heir, that would fix everything. How old is she? 21? Wow, even better. We could build a fort. Ottomans declared on Byzantium. Disputed successions. We have Austria, Lithuania, Hungary, Bohemia, Leinster. Right, that's something I wanted to check out as well. The Irish are probably quite a few of them willing to be vassalized by us. Tyrone is not, so we can just look at his rivals Leinster, Clanricarde, and Ulster. Ulster does have Leinster as well. Clanricarde does not have Leinster. Basically, currently, I think all of them wouldn't mind, well, most of them wouldn't mind being vassalized. I think if we started with Leinster, it's a good start. So I'm going to offer the alliance to Leinster. So we just need to get enough relationship with him, which is 190, which is easily doable, by the way. Yeah, and then we can vassalize them. Oh, they've claimed Northumberland. That's indeed ballsy. Okay, I want to start improving relations, which I can do at the end of the month. 28, 29, 30. There we go. We're now at 100s. The other way around would have been faster if you were min-maxing stuff, but... Anyway, this was the first one. We are now on our way with England. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date in the future. And I'll see you guys later.